After the first week of play in the XFL, we finally know what teams are good and what teams are bad. Well, it's only been one game, but we can make an accurate power rankings or somewhat accurate power rankings, so that's what we're going to do today. My name's XFL Sports. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, especially if you're into the XFL. We're trying to post XFL. We're in XFL mode right now. If you like NFL, CFL, and the Cleveland Browns in general, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into it. So obviously there are 8 teams, so we have a 1 through 8 power rankings. I'm going to start off with number 8, my Seattle Dragons. Yes, I could be biased and I could bump them up a few spots. I feel like the Dragons played better than a lot of people expected, but still, there's not anything telling me that they're not the worst team in the league still. We will see as they play Tampa Bay next week. Hopefully Brandon Silvers is ready to go. I see a lot of talent on this team. Austin Pro really good. There are pieces on the defense that are good, but at the same time, the overall talent level is probably at the worst in the league, and therefore, I have to put them 8 right now. Not too much, turn the ball over a lot, and that's a problem. At number 7, the Tampa Bay Vipers. I was considering putting them at 8, especially watching them, but the Vipers did have more yards of offense than any other team, gave up the fewest yards and defensively, but only scored 3 points because they turned the ball over and they have Aaron Murray playing quarterback. Quint Flowers can be a very solid quarterback, except for he only really runs. We did see one throw, and the Vipers do definitely have talent, especially at the receiver position. I saw some pretty good talent defensively as well, but still, they didn't really look like a unified team out there. Yes, it's only been 1 week, but I need to see some more unity. They're going to have to beat my Seattle Dragons if they want to go ahead and move up any further. At number 6, the LA Wildcats. The Wildcats are this high because they look like an NFL. I just said NFL. They look like an XFL team for the first half. Then the second half, they fell apart. They could not handle P.J. Walker, and yes, he's probably the best player in the league, so that is a tough task to handle. They were right in it and should have honestly had the lead at halftime, but too many mistakes throughout the game is why they're so low and why they lost by 20 points. There's a whole lot of talent on this Wildcats team, and you even have Sean Oakman on there, one of my favorite players to watch. Had a couple pressures, but didn't really do anything besides that. I feel like the Wildcats do have a very solid team. They're good at their receiver position. Defensively, we saw some pretty good action. But, again, I don't know what to say. They lost by 20 points. They're at 6. At number 5, a winning team, the St. Louis Battlehawks. Jordan Ta'amu played pretty well, but, again, they didn't put up too many points. They did beat a Renegades team that was supposed to win by 9.5 points. Instead, the Battlehawks got it done, and they did it on the ground. Ta'amu did pretty nicely on the ground, and Matt Jones did pretty nicely as well. The Battlehawks looked like they had a very solid defense. Obviously, had the best punter in Marquette King, and just looked solid. But the reason why they are not above the team they beat is because the team they beat did not have their starting quarterback. And at number 4, we bring in the Dallas Renegades, who should probably be higher when they have Landry Jones. Landry Jones is supposed to be one of the better quarterbacks in this league. They did not have him, and it showed really badly. I mean, Philip Nelson played okay at times, but he could not hit the deep ball whatsoever. I like this Dallas Renegades team a lot. I feel like they have a lot of talent as well, but again, without your starting quarterback, it's hard to win games. At number 3, the DC Defenders. The Defenders played awesome defensively. Raheem Moore in the secondary, very, very solid. Cardell Jones should be probably the second best quarterback in this league. He played pretty well, not as well as I expected him to play, but still pretty well. Coaching-wise, they're fantastic. Defensively, they're fantastic. They have weapons all across the board. Rashard Ross is a beast. He was on my AAF team. There's the Hot Shots, and, running back-wise, they're also pretty good. That is why they're number 3. At number 2, we have the Houston Roughnecks, and quite honestly, I would put them one because PJ Walker. But again, I need to see what they could do this week coming forward. I really like their team at running back, very, very solid as well. PJ Walker, a beast, throwing 4 touchdowns, 272 yards. They definitely had some stars defensively as well. The receiving core, very solid. A lot of receivers getting open, many different targets throughout the game. And when I looked at this roster before the season started, I thought this was going to be one of the better rosters. And they proved correctly. At number 1, the New York Guardians. I personally firsthand got to witness them win this game. And yes, they may have had the fewest yards of offense out of anyone, but they were very solid, especially defensively. Their defense all around just balled out. Their secondary in particular played fantastic. They have the best playmaker in the game in Mikel McKay. And I just feel like this Guardians team is dominant. Matt McGloin is above average, and he will make the throws. He's putting the ball on the money for the most part. He was checking it down, but really that's all you need when you have a fantastic defense. Defense wins championships. I felt like they had a very, very convincing win week 1. They also had the XFL cheese guy, so that helps them up in the brownie points. So those are our power rankings for week 1. If you disagree with me, don't worry, because if you were right, it will show on Saturday or Sunday. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more XFL content. And this is RZFL Sports. Join the Red Zone Football Legion today, because I said so. And we hype. The XFL is just started. RZFL Sports signing off. Bye, guys.
We did it. I knew we could. Yeah, thank God we did it.